Hey friends, thanks for joining me for this video. I really appreciate it. I'm so lucky to have the ability to sit here in front of you guys and rank the most ridiculous things like mascots, like logos, jerseys, whatever. It's kind of silly, but I think it's fun to consume. It's a fun style of content to consume, and I'm not trying to brag myself up or anything like that. It really has nothing to do with me. I just mean in the sense that there's so much negativity and seriousness on YouTube and in the news and everything. It's kind of it's relaxing for me to make these videos because it's fun for me. It gives me a mental break from all that seriousness on YouTube and all the drama and everything. It's just kind of fun to sit back and have some laughs and rank some logos. And that's what I'm going to do in this video. We're going to do the NLL, the National Lacrosse League. This has been requested a lot actually over the past couple of years, and I haven't done it. I don't know why, but the time is now. We're going to do it. I've ranked the logos in this league 1 to 13. We're going to go through them 13 to 1, my least favorite to favorite. I will say that there are some amazing logos in this league. It's a shame I have not done it till now, and there are some maybe not so great logos in this league as well. We'll get into it. If you could hit the subscribe button down below, that would be awesome. According to statistics, over 50% of you are not subscribed, who watch my videos are not subscribed to the channel. So you can help me immensely by going down and hitting the subscribe button, whether on your phone or computer, whatever. It really, really helps. So if you like this style of video, if you like the logo rankings and you're not subscribed, I would love it if you could subscribe. Okay, let's get into it. Number 13, I've ranked the Toronto Rock. And this isn't because I know I'm wearing Calgary, but I'm a Montreal Canadiens fan. If you're not familiar with me or my content, I have not ranked the Toronto Rock last place in this league because I'm a Canadiens fan. I just don't like this logo for a lot of reasons. So number one, you've got 3 colors going on: red and blue, complementary colors. That works. Blue and yellow, complementary colors. That works. But blue and red and yellow just don't work for me. It's out of place. The Canadian flag, or the Canadian maple leaf, sorry, I don't get the Canadian maple leaf vibes. It looks like fire or flames. So right away, it kind of loses me a little bit. The font of rock is not too bad. I actually like that. The perspective is, it doesn't, like the flag or the maple leaf in the background is flat. The font is at an angle like this, and then the font in front of that is flat. So you have different angles and dimensions going on that play with the perspective of the viewer. I don't like that at all. If you're going to make something with perspective, probably make everything in the logo have perspective. So that's a big no-no for me. And the fact that there is so much space between the letters in the word Toronto, I think the word I'm looking for is kerning, possibly, but this the space, like the T-O-R looks like one word to me. And I think my mind is just playing tricks on me, but the space between the R and the O seems wider than all the rest, so I want to read it as Tor and then onto. So there are just elements in this logo that just drive me crazy, and I wish that they fix it because there's potential here. If you made the maple leaf a little bit more three-dimensional, you can keep the rock the same, even with the same perspective. Just change the angle of the maple leaf, make it a little bit more 3D. Maybe create the Toronto to match the arc of the bottom of the rock or something like that, just to solidify the logo a little bit more. The text Toronto just feels thrown on there. It feels low effort. So I'd really like to see this logo change. Number 12, we've got the Vancouver Warriors. This has a very almost like alcoholic or beer or wine feel to it to me. You have colors that actually work quite well. It also has a bit of an academic feel to it, or like a college feel a little bit. Also in the middle, I can see the V for Vancouver. I can see the W for Warriors. But what it most reminds me of are 2 things. Remember, you know those cigars that go in the white thing? I don't smoke. I don't know what the proper names for these things are. But it looks like that, and it also looks like a menorah, or like a Hanukkah menorah. So, and the star in the middle looks like, I don't know the right word for it. I'm not going to even try to attempt it, but I think you guys know what I mean. There's some distracting things and some things that make me think of other things, and once I've seen those things, I can't unsee it. So, I don't mind the logo, but it's just, I think there's so much potential for more things. You're called the Warriors. Think about all the possibilities there for a commanding and intense, intimidating logo. Just kind of missed the mark for me. Number 11, the Saskatchewan Rush. I don't mind that they put Lacrosse Club on there, but I don't think it's really needed. There's been some debate in the comment section. I mean, I have over 80, I think, logo ranking videos, and this is a debate that's gone on in many of them, whether or not you should put the actual applicable sport in any font on there. You see a lot in European logos, specifically in hockey. So I'm not sure if it's really needed in here. I would rather them just remove the lacrosse word entirely. You can keep club in there if you want. That's fine. The word or the font of Rush makes me think of the band Rush font. Now, I know that they're completely different fonts. The actual band of Rush, their font is a little bit more bubbly, a little bit more cartoony. But I think it looks like a hard rock logo or a metal logo. And the fact that it says Rush brings me to the band, and I just kind of get distracted by that. I don't mind the colors. I actually really like the colors. The colors work. It makes sense for Saskatchewan. I just wish that they maybe choose a different font, one that was a little less stylized, and like I want the font to be bold because it's a bold sport. It's a physical sport, but it's just a little bit too... I don't know the right word, so I'll leave it there, but I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Let me know what you think about this logo in the comments. Number 10, the Rochester Nighthawks. Not a bad logo. It kind of reminds me of the Philadelphia Flyers, the St. Louis Blues, the Detroit Red Wings a little bit. You've got dimension and shadow because of the way that they split each line. So they have a dark side and a light side to every single angle. I like that. It gives it a three-dimensional look. There's a green stroke around the outside. I like that. The wings, or I guess the wings of the hawk are symmetrical. They come down like this. I like that. Other than that, it's a little plain. Like, again, potential. They're called the Nighthawks. Think about the potential logos that you could have. You could have a big hawk come down like this with a whatever you call stick, whatever net thing. I don't know. I don't play lacrosse. I don't watch lacrosse. I don't know the proper names. You know what I'm talking about. You could have that in his hand and just like, I don't know, just muscular or something. There's just a lot of potential here. With that said, it's a very simple logo. A lot of people prefer simple logos. I have no problem with it. But for me, I like something a little bit more in the face. And again, it's all about potential here. So this is why I ranked number 10. Number 9, the Philadelphia Wings. It's not a bad logo. I actually don't mind it, but it's weird to say the Philadelphia Wings because as a hockey fan, as if you can't tell, we got the Detroit Red Wings and the Philadelphia Flyers. So to say the Philadelphia Wings just sounds, in my mind, very strange to say. I almost can't say it. Almost can't say it. But it's kind of a cool logo. You have not just wings, but you have the indentations or the little imperfections in wings that you see sometimes, which gives it a really realistic look, and I quite like that. You get almost this Grim Reaper, like, is it a sheath or not a sheath? I don't know the thing that they carry. I'm trying to think of the word, but you guys know what I'm talking about. The Grim Reaper holds the thing. The word is just escaping me right now, but it kind of looks like one of those, or like praying mantis arms, or a player holding the stick back like this, getting ready to toss or throw, whatever the hell you call it in the sport. Those are the kind of vibes I get from it. I do like it. It's got a lot of cool elements. I don't hate it by any means. I think it probably looks good on a jersey. I have not seen what the jersey looks like. I'm just assuming. Looks good on a t-shirt. It will look good on fan merch. So yeah, even though this is ranked number 9, I do like this. Number 8, the San Diego Seals. You're kind of getting some old school Los Angeles Kings colors a little bit. I don't know if that's more yellow or more orange. I feel like it's more orange on my screen anyway. But you got the purple in there. You got the orangish yellow. You got the crown. So I'm thinking early days LA Kings. San Diego is fairly close. So I understand if that's a relation on purpose. Seals generally aren't that intimidating. They just sit there and like, woo, and they just make a bunch of noise. So they're not really that intimidating. However, they made it intimidating. And I think that's what's most important. It doesn't really matter what the animal is or how intimidating the animal is. If you can make that animal look intimidating, then that's all that really matters. And I think that's what they've done here. And it all comes down to the eyes, the way that the eyes are angled, and then the nose, making it look like it's scrunched up. So whoever designed this did a really good job, in my opinion. It's not overly complicated. It's not too busy. It makes sense. It's applicable to the name. You know exactly what it is. So I do like this. Number 7, the Halifax Thunderbirds. You know, I'm 4 hours away from Halifax. I had no idea that they had a lacrosse team, and let alone a lacrosse team at this level. So I'm super impressed by that. Interesting that they're called the Thunderbirds, though. I would not have picked. I would not have bet that based on name that would have been Halifax, or so many other names you could have chosen, like, I don't know, like schooners or something that would have to do with the sea, or like Halifax is a big port city, so maybe something like that, or it's something very Canadian. But they chose Thunderbirds, and they have kind of a cool logo here. I really like the colors a lot. You have this burnt or deep orange, which is almost red, but it's more orange in my opinion, that goes really well with the purple. Complementary colors. You get a bit of the white in there. Purple and white are complementary. I think this is a fantastic logo. It reminds me a little bit of lightning at the bottom. The white part that comes down, the purple part that comes down to make the neck, it's applicable. It makes sense. Thunderbirds, as I know it's not lightning birds, but with lightning comes thunder. You can't have thunder without lightning. So I really like it. Colors are awesome. The expression on the face could be a little bit more angry, more intense or angry. I like the eyes. I like the feather. That's a really cool touch. I think this would look really good on a jersey or a t-shirt. Number 6, I've chosen the Georgia Swarm. It does say Lacrosse on there, so again, probably something that I would not have included. But overall, I like this logo. It kind of makes you feel like a swarm is going on. It makes sense. The whole thing kind of looks like a circle, but if you know those things where you cross your eyes and you can make it look 3D. If you look at this long enough, you can kind of see the S. So at the bottom, it comes around and then it goes back up in the blue, and then in the white is the top of the S. So I kind of see the S. I don't know if they intentionally did that. I assume they did. It's very subtle though. You almost have to squint really hard and say, okay, yeah, I can see that. But I like the font of Swarm. I like the colors that they chose. Blue and white look really good together. Blue and yellow are complementary colors. They always look good together. So I think this really works. I like this a lot. Some might argue that it's a little bit busy with all the font in the middle. I would probably agree with that, but overall, I like it. Number 5 is the Buffalo Bandits, and we have the first logo with an actual lacrosse stick. He kind of looks like... He does look like a bandit, and the colors work in my opinion. I really like them. They're different. But those gloves kind of look like Mr. Clean gloves, or like rubber gloves that you'd wash the dishes in or something. It's a good thing that he's orange, because if it was yellow, he 100% looked like he was going to go clean a kitchen or something like that, or clean a toilet with the thing that kind of looks like a plunger in his hand. So anyways, I'm glad it's orange. It works. It makes sense. It's intimidating. I like the bandana that he has going around. And for all you Buffalo fans, all you Buffalo Sabres fans, and all the hardship that you're going through watching your Sabres team play in the NHL and lose, and the drama and everything, give some faith to this team. Maybe pay a little bit of attention, because as I'm filming this, they're leading the league this year in 2020 with 251 points, whatever the hell that means. I looked on the website. I have no idea how the point system works in this league, but they're leading it, so they're top of the league. So good job, Buffalo. Number 4, I have the New York Riptide. Heck yeah. Number 1, colors. This is, I use the word throwback a lot. I'm trying not to use that word because I think I overuse it, but I'm going to use it here. This is a throwback, in my opinion, to the New York Islanders colors that they used for quite some time in the Fisherman logo, I believe. So you have that a little bit of a desaturated orange rather than the deep orange that they have now, which is this orange. I don't believe they're the same orange. I think that's a little bit more deep and desaturated. But the greenish teal color that they have in there matches the, I think it was early 2000s or late 90s Islanders jersey, or mid 2000s. I really like it. It makes sense. Riptide. New York is a coastal state. They do see hurricanes. Unfortunately, I was in New York City during Hurricane Sandy. Not fun. So I get it. You kind of get this swirl effect going on. Riptide, it makes sense. It's all contained in this one big thing because the orange comes down and it goes around the text. So I like that it's all contained. It's got the lacrosse stick in there, which feels like it's kind of like swirling around a little bit because it's at an angle and it's going kind of with the flow of the streaks or the water. I really like it. Number 3, I have ranked the Colorado Mammoth. Usually I don't rank just kind of, I was going to say textual, it's not really the right word, but you see a lot of college teams just put like M on, or C, or B, or whatever. Like, I don't really like teams that just put the first letter of the team name on their jersey and be like, yeah, okay, that's good enough. This is different. They use the M, which makes sense, obviously, but they've turned it into something. Mammoth. It comes down and then up and around and makes these tusks or whatever, which is like mammoths. Completely makes sense. The colors have to do with the Colorado. They match the Colorado Avalanche, that deep burgundy, and just a subtle little touch here, which I think does wonders. The burgundy color that kind of transitions off the white about halfway down makes mountains. Colorado is obviously known for its Rocky Mountains, so I really like that subtle touch. The burgundy and the black look really good together. The white and black look good together. I absolutely love this logo. It's fantastic. I would love it to have it on a t-shirt. I would wear the crap out of that. Number 2, the Calgary Roughnecks. And again, we have the lacrosse stick in hand. A very cool font. It's the steel girder kind of font. You got the rivet holes all around it in the letters. It's tough. You got the tough guy, the oil worker there, the mountains in the background, which makes sense. He's holding the stick. He's got the helmet on. The colors work: red and black and white, a little bit of gray. It's awesome. I really like it. It makes sense for the name. It makes sense for the region. Now, Roughnecks it's not the easiest thing to say. I think there was a team in the XFL called the Roughnecks. It's not the easiest thing to roll off the tongue, but it does make sense. The only thing I would change is just remove Calgary from the bottom. I don't necessarily think that that's needed, or I would have kind of incorporated it into the logo a different way. Maybe made it part of the white that came around underneath the text or something. It just looks like it's a low effort, just kind of like thrown there. It's in a generic like Arial font. I don't know. It just doesn't do anything for me. Number 1, I have the New England Black Wolves. Unbelievable logo. You got the wolf in the background. He's black. This is obviously a nighttime scene, in my opinion, because you've got the moon in the background. I don't know if it's a myth or a common knowledge that wolves will howl at the moon. So it makes complete sense. The colors are awesome. They work orange and black. Very popular color combination. The gray in there looks really well. The orange and the gray look awesome together. You've got the stick. And the stick has almost these feathers coming off. Man, I absolutely love this logo. It's fantastic. It's one of the nicest logos in professional sports, in my opinion. There is no question that I was going to rank this any higher or any lower than first, which is the top. I could rank it. So I was really cool. I'm really excited to see this for the first time. I was like, whoa, that is a nice logo. So let me know what you think down below in the comment section. I'd love to see your rankings down below in the comments. Let me know which ones you did like, which ones you didn't like. If you don't want to leave your whole ranking, I just want to hear from you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. Like I said at the beginning, if you're not subscribed, I would love it if you could go down and hit the subscribe button. And if you like this style of video, if you just like to have fun on YouTube and you want to get away from the seriousness and stuff, and you want me to keep doing these logo ranking videos, hit the like button. That'll let me know to keep doing this. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.